French team for this next one. 8 changes from the squad, which played in the Rugby World Cup in Dubai. Famous clubs represented here: Soe from Biarritz, Béziers, Toulouse, Bayonne, Perpignan. And the Uruguay team look for Juan Ignacio Conti, number 1, a very accomplished player for Uruguay. Been to the Rugby World Cup 15s and 7s. He's the captain, he's a lawyer, and he leads out Uruguay to play France. Uruguay to the right, France to the left. Captain of the French team is Julien Patet. This match will be the last on the day's program here. Referee is Kaizo Hirabayashi from Japan. It's been a very good first day. The crowds have poured in. A lot of young people here. Big promotion by the Hong Kong Rugby Football Union. And they poured in a lot of secondary school kids. Boosted the crowd to 30,391. And so the last game here on day 1 is underway as we see France in the dark colours against Uruguay. This is a Pool A game. And here comes Uruguay for the first time. That's Nicolas Morales, number 11. Spinning the ball wide now. Anthony Pujol comes in, number 4. Number 4. He's for France. Now they get it again. Bastien Soe from the Biarritz Olympique Club down there in the south, where so much of French rugby is played. This time it's Anthony Pujol, number 4. Only 4 players retained from the team which played in Dubai a little over a fortnight ago. Slipping and siding. Geoffrey Michel, number 11. Lovely run. Geoffrey Michel from Perpignan scores the try that starts the French scoring in this game.
Well, he's a wing or centre in the 15-a-side game. Teammate of Dan Carter, as you mentioned, Kent, famous rugby in Perpignan. And just too much possession. And from the early stages, you can see that the Uruguay defence is one of just chasing instead of keeping their line. And once he had broken through the gap, accelerated to open their account.
Nicolas Morales at the end. It's a big guy, is Geoffrey Michel. This is his 9th tournament on the IRB World events over the last couple of years. So once you've maybe played 2 or 3, you're into the system of how these tournaments work, the travel, the staying together in the same hotel. So a man who's played 9 or 10 is considered a veteran. Some of the grand players of Sevens history, like Ben Gollings and Shane Thompson and the like, over 50 tournaments. Here comes France again. This is nice play by the team, kicked away by Renaud Doulin, number 7. He's been a veteran of Rugby World Cups. As we have our first look here at one of the great characters of the French team. We talk about guys who played 50 tournaments. He played a lot himself, Thierry Janacek, and he must have been coached at, well, over 50 tournaments.
He feels every tackle, rides every single emotion with his team, and he really is one of the nice guys on tour.
And the coach of French Sevens since 1996. And I'd like to one day get him to sit down and try to count the number of players who have been through his teams. The French have had real trouble fielding teams sometimes because these tournaments often clash with their club play. Bastien Soe, number 1.
Well, as with Wales, Keith, we're seeing a lot of mistakes being made. Alvaro Perez looks on, the Uruguay coach, and it takes a lot of time. Yeah,
that's him to the left.
A lot of time and experience that you can't get from the training field, being in this environment. And for me, Anthony Pujol is one of those special players that France have at the moment.
Yes, Pujol is wearing number 4. He's from the famous Béziers club over on the Côte de Méditerranée. Excuse my pronunciation. Here comes Uruguay, wearing black armbands. I'm not sure what that is all about. Some lovely run coming in here by Gibernau, and Gibernau, a lovely run, Santiago Gibernau. Wow, talk about against the run of play.
Remember the under-19 squad in 07 made his debut in Santiago at the last tournament in Santiago this year. And look at this, in, out. Watch this, the big fend, that's the best part. And then the tackle of Pujol, he makes sure that the ball is secure, and in the other hand, away from the defender. Good try.
Away from Mathieu Acebes. Lovely try by this man, Santiago Gibernau. The coach will be very pleased, Alvaro Perez.
He hasn't got a notebook either, he's just got some paper.
Yes, that's the old hotel notepad from beside the telephone. So that's a shock. The French were looking so positive, so dominating, but now it's a 5-all scoreline as Nicolas Morales restarts. A minute and a half to go till halftime. And this one, the last game of day 1 of the IRB Sevens World Series in Hong Kong 2009. Over the top pass by Renaud Doulin. Down goes Soe. Away goes Pujol. And yes, I think that one's got to be awarded. He slid a long way. He was held, but momentum gets him across. Anthony Pujol.
Halfback in 7s, wing in 15s. And he is class. He certainly knows where the try line is. Alejo Parra was the man who came up out of the Uruguay line. What about that French flair that we talk about, Keith? The ball over the back of the head, then the awareness. And have a look at this, he must have slid about 8 metres to make sure that he got it over the line.
Well, Willie, come on, mate, maybe 4. Here we go. There's my 4 metres slide. Thank you very much, Mr. Replay Man. Could have been a lady doing the replays. Got a big multinational crew here covering this event, and it's now 12-5, France over Uruguay. Good exciting game this one in front of 30,391 fans at day 1. Organisers very pleased, considering that rain would have sent a few people away. And there is Monsieur Janacek preparing his halftime speech, which will contain a lot of gestures, Gallic gestures, and sharp talking.
Over the 13 years, Keith, do you think he changes the speech as much?
Well, I've never seen it twice. They're all different. They seem different. Now, that's the man who got the try. Gibernau came at a good angle there, but couldn't get away this time. Flicked away by Nicolas Morales. And there's the kick. That one is to the touchline. That might be half-time. Yes, referee Hirabayashi says it's half-time. And it's been entertaining so far. Good pace in the game on difficult surface. And France lead Uruguay 12-5.
Interdiction de perdre le ballon. On ne va pas au combat. Quand on a le ballon, on refuse le combat, on éloigne le ballon parce qu'ils ne sont pas au combat et ils ne sont pas extérieurs. On a des surnombres qu'il faut utiliser, les gars. D'accord? En défense, laissez les jouer, précédez comme vous faites. Ils sont incapables de faire comme ça. Incapables. Accélérez-vous.
Blaze of light coming down from the stands on the far side here of the Santiago Stadium. Second half about to begin. Tozo Hirabayashi is the referee from Japan, and it's Uruguay behind on the board by 12-5, playing France. So it's a Japanese referee, Hirabayashi, and touch judge on the far side. We'll have a look because that's interesting. You might see that situation in a moment as we watch play resume here. Last game of the day here on day one. It's Conti number 1, and up to 12, Para. She is, the touch judge is Gabrielle Lee, and she's from Hong Kong here, and she is significant in the world scene this year in refereeing because she controlled the women's first World Cup final in Dubai. New Zealand played Australia, and now here she is controlling, well, running the touch in this one in the men's game. So that's a further mark of accomplishment for her in her refereeing career. Gabrielle Lee, touch judge on the far side for this one. There's, well, a big tumble there by Manuel Martinez. And not quite getting going here in the second spell.
Yeah, a lot of mistakes, a lot of kicked ball, and Uruguay need to score, obviously, next to stay in the game. But the French making a lot of uncharacteristic mistakes of really just poor attention to detail. It's understandable, though. It is day one, and these teams will be looking towards winning on day 3. No point showing all the guns on the first day of 3.
As they say in a lot of rugby circles, don't blow your foo-foo valve too early.
And in commentary boxes.
So here's the French breaking out now for the first time. Gibernau goes down. He's the one that scored the try for Uruguay. Cleared away this time by Conte, number 1. There is the captain of the Uruguay team. Okay, there is Coach Janacek, and the gesture is spin it. See what Bouzou, number 4, does. Loose head for France. Coming through quickly onto him was Martinez, but it wasn't in straight, and I think we saw that. So we'll see what Manuel Martinez can do. He's from the old Christians Club, the famous club which lost a lot of players in the plane crash back in the 70s. And a lovely run here again by Geoffrey Michel. So that's 2 tries for the Perpignan man, and he's a very determined runner, isn't he?
Poor execution from the penalty by the Uruguay team. Look at that, running across one way, a late cut which went wrong. And I love the way that Geoffrey Michel keeps the ball in both hands. It's a really beautiful trait to see. French players do it all the time, Keith. Just keeps the opposition guessing, but wow, pace like that. Terrific finisher.
Just going back to the story about the old Christians club from Uruguay. Remember the crash in the mountains of the Andes, and players were left stranded in the plane, and many of them perished. And it became a significant film telling the story of survival in dramatic circumstances high in the Andes. We won't go into the details of how they survived. It's pretty gruesome. But good to know that the old Christians club is still going in Montevideo in Uruguay. Substitution 17-5 to France. There's Martinez clearing it out into the backs now through Gibernau. And they move it again, this time through Nicolas Morales. There's Morales, number 11. And it's taken away by Mathieu Essebes, number 10 for France.
That's one of the best passages of play for Uruguay. Good contact, good recycling, good width being used. And just a point of breakdown going that yard too far.
Bursting into the field for Uruguay's number 7, Ivo Dugonic. Yes, Dugonic, number 7, assisting at the line out here. And that was not straight. Not one was, in fact, at the line out. Footballing skills again into the backs for Uruguay. Thomas Jolivet losing his shorts there. Back into the action straight away through Dulin. Now it's Pujol. Here comes Duque, Johan Duque. He's number 3. Now Captain Pate gets it out. The French trying to flash the ball here. Essebes, number 10. Now picked up, now a chance for Uruguay.
Oh, that was a real chance for Uruguay. Morales, what a beautiful little knock forward or tip up. And Jolivet, Thomas Jolivet, number 4, just couldn't hold on. That certainly was try time. There's more changes are made by the French.
So they have a new man that they put in. It's Marc-André. But he's hassled by Martinez, who's had a good game for Uruguay. And they've got the ball from his bustle. Morales, Martinez, all charged down here. Sebastian Shoy. Clock continues to tick away, and Uruguay have been just shut out of this one. Referee wants play to continue. There is a man injured down in the foreground, down the bottom right, but play will carry on. The injured man is the captain, Julien Pate. So just seconds remaining now in this one, the last game of day 1 here at Hong Kong Sevens 2009. And that's through too soon. Marc-André, away come Uruguay now. Morales to Gibernau. Morales again. Martinez. Siren has gone for the end of the game. This is Juan Martin Jovet, number 10. 7 is Dugonjic. Flings it wide. Martinez. It's a little bit untidy, but Gibernau, Santiago Gibernau is up and away. He might get his second. He's got good speed. We saw that in the first half. What a very good tackle that was. Coming across by Marc-André, the man from Toulon. And here comes Uruguay playing for a bit of pride here, trying to keep the game in the the ball alive, therefore keep the game alive. They're well into injury time now, referee's time. Referee jumps over the ball there, and now a little stab kick out wide, and here comes Jovet, and he makes a valiant dive, brings the advertising hoarding into the close-ups, doesn't get the try, and the game is over. 17 points to 5. France have beaten Uruguay. There it is. It's been a good